Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Qualified.One podcast number 17. And today we're talking about the skills that a content manager needs in 2020. Today's content management systems, CMS, are more powerful than ever and serve content across a multitude of mediums, including audio, text, and video. Website content is largely controlled by a web content manager or an administrator who creates and manages an organization's digital materials to dynamically present new and fresh content to millions of interested visitors. An effective web content manager must possess many technical and interpersonal skills as their job continuously bounces between the website's backend and meetings with the website developers, marketing teams, and executives. Below, you have identified the skills that a content manager needs to be successful in 2020. But first, let's talk about what a web content manager does. A web content manager is a dedicated person responsible for overseeing the planning, organization, creation, and publishing of all content. They work closely with the leadership and sales teams in their organization in order to develop content that is valuable to their desired target audience. Many of the common responsibilities a content manager will oversee include developing a content strategy, writing blog posts, updating existing content, building an editorial calendar, content promotion, identifying new content opportunities, monitoring organic website traffic, and providing accountability for deadlines. So, what are the skills that every content manager needs? Let's look at the skills needed to be successful in the 2020 and beyond. First is writing aptitude. The internet was built to share information, and its precedence as a digital communication conduit remains high despite the numerous alternatives. The ability to write well is a content manager's greatest need. Well-crafted text, especially headlines and subtitles, draw a visitor's attention to your content and allows a web content manager to connect with their audience. Something as simple as strong headline will lead visitors into engaging further with your content and brand. The heart of a content manager's job is creating professionally written content, and this aptitude must include strong proofreading and editing skills. As easily as good content draws visitors in, bad content can push them away. Many web content managers work alongside a small staff or additional writers and will benefit from project management experience in order to manage personnel and meet time-sensitive dynamic deadlines. Now, the second one is about technical know-how. In general, the more technical knowledge a web content manager can master, the better. A website's content is written in the HTML and displayed using the CSS, so familiarity with markup and presentation makes for a better content manager. Many CMS come with what you see is what you get text editors that manage the content's entire markup, but being reliant on tools like these limits a web content manager's ability to control web page layouts. Being able to rely on oneself rather than leaning on technology means a content manager can spend more time crafting content and less time seeking help regarding anything related to their content. So the third point is new media proficiency. As the internet is always growing and improving, new platforms are being created and older platforms are becoming more efficient. We are now sharing digital content beyond just written words. Content creation and sharing applications like YouTube, SoundCloud, and Vimeo are tools to deliver your brand's message across your website. Coupled together with social media platforms, the dynamic content can be consumed as simply and quickly as a single click on a mobile phone. Web content managers who are proficient with the multi-channel media tools will be more successful at achieving their goal by taking advantage of additional communication channels. Now, the next one is analytics interpretation. A web content manager brings value to a website by creating and presenting information that the interested parties are searching for across the globe. By understanding website analytics, a content manager can use information gleaned from the data to better target, reach, and serve their audience. Knowing where, when, and why visitors are stopping by your website increases a web content manager's value tremendously. Next one is about the understanding marketing personas. Web content managers need to understand the wants, needs, and desires of their targeted audience. This way, they can create content that will resonate with them and push them further down the marketing funnel. In order to do this, one must understand where to find all the information needed to make a persona take shape. Knowledge of the Google Analytics platform and other forms of market research using social media profiles, surveys, interviews, and A/B testing will allow for further insight into what drives your ideal client. Now, the understanding of UI/UX design. Web content managers will use their understanding of the web to make recommendations to the IT team regarding website use. A website's content manager crawls through its pages more often than any other person and has a front row seat to possible usability issues. Having an understanding of what website elements are user-friendly and why is an invaluable resource. Next, I want to mention the time management and planning. Content managers should have excellent time management, planning, and communication skills. As a web content manager, you will be responsible not only for creating new content, but reviewing and updating old or underperforming assets. In organizations with a marketing team, the content manager would be in charge of developing an editorial calendar and holding fellow employees responsible for deadlines. Now, to conclude, a web content manager wears many hats and operates in a landscape that is always evolving. In addition to the skills noted above, the best web content managers are excellent at paying attention to the details of their job. When the time comes to click publish, it helps to be thorough. That was a podcast from Geoff Thompson, a front-end developer at the Unleashed Technologies for the Qualified.One.